So today I wanted to make this video. It's a lot different than my normal videos, but I wanted to do a little car review and talk about my own personal car. So I have a 2020 Honda Civic LX, and I'm making this video because I'm a college student and I'm kind of tight on money right now, and I'm making this video for people that are like either tight on money and they want a cheap car that they can use to get through school or get through whatever. It's just a good reliable car, so that's why I'm making the video. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and we'll get into the video. All right guys, so this is my car. It's nothing crazy. It's a 2020 Honda Civic LX. So I have the 2-liter CVT, and originally I wanted the manual, but the reason I didn't do that is I drive a lot, and personally, I think it gets annoying, especially in busy traffic, driving a manual, and I was just like, I don't want to do that, so I'm getting the CVT. And I put a lot of miles on this already. I put like 25,000 on, and I got this thing like in October, so yeah, I mean, I drive a lot for sure. I mean, in my opinion, I think I drive a lot, but for other people I know, they don't really drive as much. Anyway, so the LX, it doesn't have actual rims, it has hubcaps. That's one thing I want to change about this. I really want like a pair of like black rims just to make it look a little better. But personally, I think like this model of the Honda Civics came out in 2016, and I think they actually look really nice. Like it actually looks kind of aggressive, especially like the front end kinda. It just has a better look. Like, I don't know if you know what the previous Honda Civics look like, but they're really just ugly in my opinion. Like, I think that's just honestly how I feel. But yeah, I just like the way the car looks. It's just nice. But yeah, let's go look at the interior and I can kind of show you what it's like in there. All right guys, so I'm not going to go too much into detail with the interior because personally there's not much to it. It's just a simple interior, not a whole lot. Over here you got some cup holders, you got some extra storage, some storage over here. It's actually quite a bit of room in the little storage compartments. Over here you got some more cup holder spaces. Not a whole lot. So for the radio, there's not too much to it. I mean, you can do radio, phone calls, Bluetooth, USB down here. You got your little AC controls. It's pretty simple. I'm not going to go too much into detail of that. Anyway, over here, you can look at your fuel mileage and stuff like that. So my average is 41.7, which is pretty good. And my trip's only like 1,300 miles I've driven. And that's personally pretty good, I think. But you can do a lot better in this car if you wanted as well. So it also depends how much city driving you do and highway. But yeah, if you want a car with good gas mileage, it's not the craziest gas mileage you can get, but it's pretty good, especially compared to most cars. But anyway, over here you have adaptive cruise control. So you'll hit this button right here. Basically it slows down for you, and you can also set the distance you want to follow people at. And over here, this button actually keeps you in your lane, so it's kind of like a Tesla, but it doesn't work as good. So anyway, yeah, up here you have some controls for like accepting phone calls, your volume, all that. Nothing crazy. And I think it's buttons for speaking. But yeah, like I said, not much to the front, but I'll show you the back really quick. Surprisingly, there's a good amount of room. Like, I'm 6'3" and I can fit back there, so I'll just show you. All right, so here's the back. Got a little other cup holder, like most cars do. Nothing special back here, like, at all. That's nothing special. Surprisingly, I can fit back here. It's kind of tight, but it's actually not too bad. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like from the back. There's me, by the way. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, nothing special, like I said multiple times. So I wanted to talk about why I got the 2-liter instead of the 1.5 turbo. And the reason for that is because I heard the turbo version has like an oil dilution problem. I don't know if they fixed it, but I think maybe previous years might have had that problem. So that's why I kind of just stayed away from that. And the second reason is because in general, cars that are naturally aspirated, they kind of last longer than cars that are turboed. but that's not always the case. I don't know how long the turbo versions of this last, so that's kind of, I just stuck with the naturally aspirated just because, one, if you have problems with the car, it'll probably be cheaper than fixing car problems with a turbo. So that's just kind of why. But I don't think if you got the turbo version you would really have any problems, honestly, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Honda car, they last long, and I think they're good cars. All right guys, so we get into the fun part now. So I'm actually gonna do a little drive test, drive it around town, and kind of show you how it feels and handles, and do a little acceleration test. But yeah, let's just see how it goes. All right guys, so I'm just driving on a little country road, just kind of driving it. So the first thing I can talk about when I'm driving this car, it's really smooth. It's just like feels really, I guess the word I can use to describe it, it feels like flat on the road. Just feels nice and stable, because most of the cars I used to have were like taller cars, and this is pretty low to the ground, so I feel really stable. That's something I really like, is being low. And the thing about this car, so I was originally looking at Accords, and from what I've noticed is that this feels like the cabin, or like when I'm inside my seat, it feels a lot more tight, and like, well, obviously because it's smaller it feels tighter, but it feels like kind of a little more sporty, I guess. And like the steering is like kind of, it feels really, I'm not sure how to describe it. It's not loose steering, I guess. But I'm getting ready to get on the highway, so we can just do a little acceleration and get on there. I just put in like sport mode and we'll see how it goes. So alright, so that's honestly, like, compared to most cars I've had, and for how small of a car this is, like, it only has 160 horsepower, my bad. It really gets up to speed pretty nice in my opinion. Like, I don't think it did too bad, but yeah. So over here, I'm gonna show you how to use the cruise control. So to use what's it called, adaptive cruise control, you hit the main button, and then over here you hit this button, and it kind of just waits for the cars, and you just like hit set, and it'll keep me a certain distance from the car the whole time. And if it gets too close, or if that car slows down, the car will brake for me and do all of that. So it's actually quite nice. But other than that, I mean, the car just drives really smooth, and it's not too bad, honestly. And most of the driving I do is on the highway, so that's kind of why I'm recording it on here. But we can do some city driving as well, just so you kind of get an idea of what it's like in the city. But I mean, it's not going to be too much difference. Just driving a car is like the same anywhere. But no, I mean, it's honestly just pretty nice. It's just a car, does what it's supposed to do. Nothing crazy. But yeah, I'll show you some footage in the city. Alright guys, so I just went into town, just kind of drove around a little, and I just wanted to talk about this for a little. So basically on my YouTube channel, I'm just kind of trying out some things, but I plan on making more videos about cars. And the thing is about this is, like, you know, I'm a college student, I don't have a bunch of money, and in order for me to make videos about more cars, I need your guys' help. So if you guys have cool cars, or I want to review cars that are more personal, like someone who's been modding their car and doing cool stuff to it, that's the type of cars I would like to review. I don't want to really talk about, you know, people's daily driver car. I'm just making this video to kind of just talk about my own personal car, just like if you wanted to buy it or not. But yeah, I mean, if you have cool cars, Mustangs, Camaros, GTRs, anything like that, I mean, I gotta start somewhere at the end of the day. I mean, it's just all about starting, and that's why I want your guys' help. I also have an Instagram page I've started where I share people's cars and stuff. So if you want a free shout out, just go ahead and DM me. I mean, that's how I make my own content. It's just I post people's cars, and more people follow me on Instagram. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested, just hit me up on my Instagram, or you can message me in the comments or something. But yeah, If you want to make a video with me or get a shout out, just message me and that's it. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, just consider subscribing and liking, and yeah, have a good day, guys.